Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the bass lessons. This is lesson number 2. So right off the bat, I just want to do a quick summary of the last video. So we went over the basics of the worship band and the music and the bass. What is the bass? And quick intro to the notes that's on the fretboard and all of that. So we went over what note is where. So by now, you guys should be able to tell me where the G is if I call for a G, if it's here or here, and where an A is or a B, or and if a B has a sharp or not. You guys should be able to tell me that with the video from last week and the materials in Google Drive. Don't forget about those materials. Those are there for your benefit and to look over, to have something to hold in your hand after the video to study. So don't be like kids in school who don't utilize that stuff. Sorry I threw school into this, but it's true. So getting into this video, I want to go a little bit deeper into music. So in the music realm, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm pretty basic, but it goes a long ways. You know once you know the foundation, and I like to call, not really the pocket, but that's in songs and stuff, but once you know the foundation and the basis of what it makes notes and keys, you can go a long ways, and you might be a lot more talented than me, and you might be able to actually hear music. You might actually be able to learn by ear. I learned by sheer blood, sweat, and tears, as you might say, over this bass. Just practice and practice, and putting time in on Sundays when I probably shouldn't have been on stage. But digging in, so we learned what notes, and we learned about the alphabet and what notes comprise this fretboard. Okay, so going a little bit deeper, there is this thing called keys. So what that is a group of notes that sound good together. So so I don't know if you had music class or if you're in band or anything like that. The Fos, Ro, Do, Re, Mi, I don't even know how to say it. But so what that is, so like each letter of the alphabet, A through G, has a key. So each key is comprised of 7 notes. Okay, and what that is, so we're just gonna start with the key of G. So but first, getting started, I want to teach you guys a very basic habit of getting into. So whenever you're playing the bass, you want to sort of have a pretty good posture, or on a Sunday morning, if the worship goes too long, the strap on your shoulder is going to wear you out. So you sort of want to stand up pretty good. Even when you're sitting down, you'll notice I'm standing pretty tall, like I'm not leaning back or anything. So you want to stand pretty tall with your shoulders back. And I've got a little thumb rest on mine, so I put my thumb there so I can pluck away just to my heart's content. But so starting off with the key of G. So what that is key G is the root of the key. So it's like it's what the key is. So if you hear us talking about keys and stuff, we call like the key of G. Everything is based around that G note. So the G's right here. So the habit I want to get you guys into is having your middle finger on the G. Okay, so and then all other 4 fingers, and don't worry if it feels a little awkward and you gotta like do this to get to it. It'll come with practice and playing and everything. So the key of G, the notes that are in that is this shape sort of here. So it's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and back to the G. And I don't know if you guys could see how I played. So it's pretty simple. Okay, so let's go through that again. And like I said, if I'm moving pretty quick, these keys, and I'll have a list of every key, so A through G, and the notes that are in those, in that Google Drive folder. It'll be a sheet that's got every key on it, so you can look at that, and that can be a reference point, because moving forward, we're going to get into a lesson here, probably around lesson 5. I'm actually going to do a cover of the song, and we're going to play it. I'm pretty much going to stream it through a YouTube video of like one of the Bethel songs that we play all the time. Maybe even do one of our own songs that we just released a little bit ago. Do a cover of that and let you guys see how I play it, and how it's played on the album and how I play it. And then I'll start doing covers. So getting into that, let's go back through that key of G. So it goes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, back to the G. Okay, so with that being said, now that we know each note that is in the key of G, we play with this thing called the Nashville number system. So what that is it assigns a number to each note in the key. So it might be blowing your mind right now, but so like if you ever see us like holding up numbers in a set, like 2 or 3 or 6, that's weird, but it's the pinky, and 7, that's a little hard for me because I don't ever call 7s. But it's 1 through 7, just like each note in the key. So let's go back to the key of G, and instead of calling the notes, I'm going to call the numbers. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so it's super simple. Whenever you guys are done with this and through all the way in to start playing songs and everything, I really want you guys to be able to, like me, I can look at a chord chart and say we're playing in A or B, and I can look at a chord chart in G and transpose it to numbers and be able to play it in any key. So that's what I want you guys to be able to do. So like, and be prepared, because we'll come in on a Sunday morning or Sunday night, and it'll be posted as the key of F, and we get in there and the worship leader has to switch it to E or A or G or something crazy. And if you just practice and just know where those notes are at, and didn't really remember, like learn the song, you're going to be lost and you're going to have to relearn the song again. But if you know those numbers and you know where they're at on the fretboard, and know the patterns and everything, and if you can do that and know that pattern, because that pattern is the same for each key. So the key of G is here. Okay, so you can use that same pattern, let's say for C here. That same pattern anywhere you go on the fretboard. It's whatever key you're in, that's you find that root note, and that's going to be your 1. That's always your 1, that's always your root. And if you know where that is, you can play each note in the key. You're not lost, I promise. So also you saw me playing the notes here. So that's all the way up the scale, 1 through 7, and back to the 1. Okay, so also what you want to be able to do is walk it all the way up the neck. Okay, so, and that's probably crazy, but starting out with the 1, I'm going to play through it pretty slow so you guys can watch it. Put it in slow-mo. I do that a lot learning new songs, or I put it in slow-mo so I can watch the hand movements and everything. But getting started, we're going to go with the key of G. I'm going to walk it all the way up to the 12th fret on the G string. So let's get started. So starting with the 1. actually messed up. So let's start that over. All right, starting with the 1 again. Let's go. Let's do this. And I messed up again. See, you guys have to practice, practice, practice. Okay, so let's start over. I'm gonna get it this time, promise. All right. Okay, so I got it through that time. I really don't go through that, play that all the way through a lot. It's easy to make a mistake, but always remember, whenever you make a mistake, don't beat yourself over that mistake. I can't tell you how many times on a Sunday morning I'll come prepared and like I've nailed those songs all week and they're like drilled in my brain. Like I know every note change and everything. And then on a Sunday morning, I mess up a couple times. I won't go into a chorus at the right time, or I think we're going to the chorus, go to the bridge, I play the wrong note. You can't let those things beat you guys up. You just can't. Especially getting started. Maybe it's your first time on stage. I know you guys are nervous because I was nervous, but everyone on that stage is for you. Nobody is going to beat you up over that. We might make fun, we might laugh, or we might even look at you like, come on, man. But it's not a downgrading. It's just checking on you like, hey, we see that's funny. Let's do better, okay? So don't beat yourself up over mistakes because, gosh, I've had a ton of them. So keep your head up and keep chugging along. So for the challenge for this week, I want you guys to be able to play through the key of G, all the way up the neck to the 12th fret, all the way, and everything. And so once you're able to do that, we'll get into next week introducing the new keys, reading a chord chart, and comparing the numbers to each one. Thank you, guys.